Hi there, everybody. Thought I'd check in, getting a couple of text messages. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. We were set to bring you tonight's Southwest Region opener here in the playoffs, but right now we're having some technical difficulties. They are in Keene, Texas. Now, you're hearing my voice. I'm actually in South Carolina. For those of you unaware, I call the games remotely. So, just wanted to check in, let you know that worst case scenario, they're hoping to get things going for the second half. Obviously, my hope is we can get that going sooner, but that's what I've been told is at least the worst case scenario. I don't know what the issue is there, but they're having some kind of trouble with the video feed. So we're kind of in a holding pattern. Those of you who've been hanging around really do appreciate that, but it's looking like right now we might be in for just getting the second half. I can't tell you Brian Gomez has scored for Southwestern Adventist, just the third goal of the year at home for the Knights. So, uh, good news if you're a Knights fan, bad news right now if you're a Bears fan. And that's where we are right now. So we're in about the 25th minute at this point, and it's 1-0 in favor of the six-seeded Knights. And we're going to go away again, and I'm going to double check and check things out. And hopefully we can get the video to you here very soon. Thanks for your patience. I see some more people have hopped on in the last couple of minutes, so just kind of giving you an update. I've been told right now they're having trouble with the video at the stadium, so we are in a bit of a delay. The game's underway, obviously, 1-0 in favor of the Knights of Southwestern Adventist. Brian Gomez, his first goal of the year early on in the opening half. So we're hoping, worst case scenario, we'll have the second half for you. They're trying to get it going right now. I can tell you what I'm looking at on my end is some very, very bad video. So they have started things there, but we're kind of waiting for the video to actually kick in. So hang tight if you're hanging out with us. We do appreciate your patience, and we're going to try to bring you the game as quick as we can. So stay tuned. All right, checking in again, folks. I know you saw the score change pretty dramatically there. It's now 3-0 for Southwestern Adventist, and Brian Gomez has scored his second. He's got 2 of the 3 goals, his first 2 goals of the year. Juan Pablo Rodriguez has scored for the 6th time this year. And again, the Knights, I'm starting to think it's me because when I'm doing the games, they never score. And when I'm not doing the games, they score at will. So I don't know. Just to give you an update on the video, folks, it's looking like the first half is going to be kaput here. I don't see them being able. They tried to they tried to start the video feed at the stadium. It buffered and then died again. So basically, the live stream right now is just not working. And the professionals are on their way, is what I've been told. So it looks like it will be in the second half. We'll be able to bring you the rest of the game and. Sorry about this, folks. This is not my doing. I'm at the home studio in South Carolina. I was ready when you guys were at 9 o'clock or 9 o'clock my time, 8 o'clock your time to call the game, but that's not where we are right now. We got no video from Keene, Texas, but we do have a 3-0 score for the Knights. Again, 2 goals for Brian Gomez, 1 goal for Juan Pablo Rodriguez, and it looks like they started the video again. So let me just go away for a minute and see if we can't get this thing going for you. Stay tuned. All right, folks, I'm checking in again. The scoring is coming at will right now for Southwestern Adventist, actually picking up an own goal on a corner kick. The keeper for Barclay knocked it in, so that brings the score here up to 4-0. Now, I'm going to do this for you folks just so you can see what I'm looking at. This is the video right now that we've got, and this is actual video. This is not a still shot. This is the video at the stadium right now. So as you can see, we've got really nothing to bring you right now because the video is just not working. So we are about, as you can see there, well, you might not be able to see it, but about 18 minutes from the half. Again, I've been told second half we should be able to bring you all of that, I hope. But for right now, we continue to be in a technical delay here. I can keep this terrible pixelated video up for you if you prefer. But I obviously have nothing to broadcast for you, so I'm going to go away again until we can work out these issues. once again, checking in with you folks. Having some video troubles down in Texas. Chris Shima, glad to be with you, and a good first half so far, I'm told, from Southwestern Adventist. They've gotten 2 goals from Brian Gomez. They got a goal from Juan Pablo Rodriguez and an own goal on Barclay to make it 4-0 in favor of the Knights. And since it looks like we're only going to have the second half for you, I might as well run through a couple of things that I was going to talk about in the first half, since y'all are hanging around so patiently and so calm, waiting for them to fix the video, which I'll just bring it up again for you folks so you can see, and you're seeing everything that I'm seeing here, which is basically just a buffer. So they're hoping in the second half that they'll be able to fix that, and we'll all be able to watch the last 45 minutes. But I would say that this first half, it looks like, is a wash, at least. That's my understanding of it. So Southwestern Adventist, the Knights, before today, let's forget about the first half of this one, had scored 2 goals at home all season long. They came in 1-9-1 and were winless at home. Barclay, meanwhile, is having one of their best years in recent history. They're 8-5-1 and came in 3-3 in Southwest Region play. So we're a bit surprised with the score right now at 4-0 in favor of the Knights. So Barclay, they're coming off a 1-12 season last year, and in fact, they only have 2 wins since 2018. They played a shortened year in that COVID year in 2020, but this is the first winning season for Barclay since 2016, when they also won 8 games. So this is the best year in 6 seasons for Barclay, but off to a rough start right now here in this opening half, down to Southwestern Adventist, the Knights. Right now, leading at 4-0. We're roughly 40th minute. Again, I'm seeing everything that you guys are seeing on your screen, so guesstimating a little bit. But I can tell you the Bears have the offensive firepower to get themselves back in it here in the second half. So if you're a Barclay fan and you've stuck it out this far, and we're able to get the video going for the second half, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned. And of course, Bears fans know this, but they have the top attacker in the NCCAA, Danilo Obradovic, who has 27 goals in 14 games. He's the leading point getter and goal getter in the NCCAA. Those 27 goals, 57 total points with 3 assists added on to that. Top shot man, too, with 76, and top shot on goal man with 52. This is a Barclay team that has scored 50 goals all season. That's 6th best in Division II in the NCCAA. So opportunity, even though things don't look great right now for the Bears to work themselves back in it. And again, we're going to go away as we near the half in Keene, Texas. We're hoping to get these technical difficulties worked out. Pretty confident that the higher-ups are coming to rescue us here from our buffering limbo and purgatory that we're stuck in right now. So in the 40th minute, 4-0 for the Knights. We're going to call this the halftime break now, folks, and I'm going to get back to communicating with the folks down in Texas and see if we can't get the second half to you. So thanks for hanging out with us so far. You can go away maybe 15, 20 minutes if you'd like. Come back. We should be up and running by then. Say your prayers for that to happen, because we're going to need them, I think. We'll be back. From Keene, Texas, it's the 2022 Men's Southwest Region Tournament. This is the 6-seed Southwestern Adventist, the host school, leading the 5-seed Barclay Bears 4-0 at the half. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. And I'm just setting the stage for you here. Appreciate those of you who hung out with us during our technical difficulties. Those appear to have been remedied. Let's hope so, at least, for this final 45 minutes as Barclay finds themselves down 4 goals to SWAU. And winner of this game, as you can see on the schedule there, will play tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. And our first game tomorrow will be the 3-2 matchup, Manhattan Christian, Kansas Christian, and that'll be at 2 p.m. And then the winner of this game will take on top-seeded Randall after that game. Friday, the championship at 3 p.m. It was told to me that they're expecting some weather on Friday. Now, my weather app says it's going to hold off till Saturday, but again, for those of you just joining us, I'm in South Carolina and just going off my free weather app, so who knows. But fingers crossed, at least, for good weather on Friday, especially it's an early afternoon game, so hopefully we'll be able to get that in with no trouble. So, if you're just joining us, we definitely have had no problems to this point. We missed a lot. We missed 4 goals by Southwestern Adventist, and right before the start, we had a buffer, which made my heart skip, but we're okay. Brian Gomez had 2 of the 4 goals. Juan Pablo Rodriguez had a 3rd goal for Southwestern Adventist. Then the Knights got an own goal on a corner kick deflected into the back of the net by Dylan Perez, the Barclay keeper. So the Bears have a lot of work to do here in this second half, but as I mentioned in the early going, they have the capabilities on the attack to get themselves back in it here in this final 45 minutes. Guys like Danilo Obradovic, who leads the NCCAA, the Serbian, with 27 goals on the season. And it looks like the Bears will possess first here in this final 45 minutes. So the Knights coming in 1-9-1. They are winless in the regular season here at home. Barclay 8-5-1. They finished 3-3 in Southwest Region play. First winning season since 2016 for the Bears, and they're hoping their season doesn't come to an end tonight. They won 8 in 2016 as well, so matching that as we're underway here in this second half. Miranda plays it back, so the defense trying to get the attack going. That's flicked forward by the Knights, so a really good first half for the Knights. Aguirre plays it over on the far side. It's Dorame over there, and it's going to go behind for a goal kick. Barclay last played in the MCCC tournament, losing to Manhattan Christian 11-0 in the opening round in that one. They were outshot 16-2 in that game, so we've kind of talked about the firepower of this Bears attack with 50 goals on the year, 6th best in Division II, but the last couple of games, now bleeding into this one as well, they've had some trouble getting their attack going and giving up a lot of goals to Manhattan Christian, a team that the Knights have seen earlier, and the Knights have played some really tough matches against the top teams in the Southwest region. All 5 home losses by 2 goals or less, and even though they have struggled offensively, the Knights, they have done a nice job against some of the top-tier teams, including that Manhattan Christian team, which we're going to see tomorrow afternoon in our opening game at 2 p.m. against Kansas. Through ball going to be cleared out by Hudspeth. Barclay trying to get on the attack, just underway here in this second half. Postseason history for you for the Knights. In the Southwest Region Tournament, they lost to Kansas Christian 2-0 in the opening round a season ago. Meanwhile, for Barclay, they have 4 national tournament appearances. Their last came in 2014, also back in the late 90s, 97, 98, and in 2000. Some opportunity in the box. Dorame couldn't come up with it, though. Now counterattack, Barclay trying to get that going, and they're going to run out of real estate over near us. So it'll be a throw for the Knights. Corrales gives way to Castaneda. Tristan Olvera in his first year for Southwestern Adventist, and yeah, 1-9-1, but he came in late. He has had a lot to undertake in a very short amount of time, and the most interesting thing is Obradovic trying to get on the ball. There is the man right there. Nice little back heel as he looks for Fuentes. And that's going to be, again, handled by the defense for the Knights. So credit Southwestern Adventist. They have played hard, and their defense has at times been very strong. Nice little through ball. Obradovic again looking for Fuentes in that back four. Able to hold off the attacking opportunity for Barclay, who are desperate for a goal here, trying to keep their season alive. And the Knights looking for an opportunity against Randall. Southwestern Adventist, their lone win this year came 5-0 against Union College up in Nebraska on October 15th. They also tied 2-2 against Andrews College in that weekend trip to Nebraska. And we got another buffer going on. Okay, looks like we're back. Another ball into the box. Perez falling on it for the Bears. I mentioned Barclay coming off that 1-12 season. 7-win improvement here in 2022. Another ball into the box. Getting up on it was Perez, still alive, and it's wide to the left off the foot of Castaneda that time as Southwestern Adventist looking for goal number 5. Barclay came in hot. They won 3 of 4 to start the season, and then they won 3 of 4 to end the regular season before that blowout loss to Manhattan Christian. Obradovic into the box on one hop. That's no trouble for Logan Vega. 9 goals allowed this year, 2.18 goals against average for Vega. He stopped 68% of the shots that he's faced this year. Takeaway there, I believe, over on that far side, Fuentes. But again, the Bears just not finding anything in the box. Corral is the center back. Near side, Castaneda. '51st minute, still 4-0. As Barclay pass a little bit off the mark. Mendoza from center circle. That's headed back by Miranda. Mendoza back on the ball. Sends it far side. Here's Aguirre now. Dorame. Patient with a 4-goal lead here, the Knights. Dorame, trouble with the pass, able to gather, but then lost it to Barclay. Sliding challenge there. Castanon had it for a moment. Here's Aguirre looking for Castanon. That pass off the mark. And taken by Dylan Perez, the senior from San Antonio. 2.90 goals against average this year. 2 clean sheets. 71% save percentage. He's been under the gun here today, courtesy of this Knights attack. So we'll be with you tomorrow, 2 and 4. Friday at 3. Really nice defense there by Mendoza, Hector Mendoza, the local product from Keene, Texas, playing at the hometown university, and he was listed as a right back to start the year, but he's actually been moved into more of an attacking position, Hector Mendoza. You can see a little bit of his defensive play on that last sequence, though. Ball into the box by Gomez, cleared out by Barclay. It's been all nights here today. 53rd minute. Castaneda. A little flick on it by Gomez, and then it's cleared out by Betterton. Throw up coming for the Knights. Mention Danilo Obradovic. Nice little footwork there by Mendoza. Mendoza battling with Betterton. Shot away, but cleared out. Gentry sends it forward. Stankovic gets the pass back. Quick 1-2 with Fuentes, and it's taken away again by David Hernandez. Hernandez has a couple goals this year. More of a defensive-minded player, but scoring up in Nebraska. As the season has gone on, Knights fans, you know it's been a while since we've been together. But as the season has gone on, the Knights' attack has gotten much, much better. And again, that goes back to the conversation I was having at the beginning of this second half, talking about Tristan Olvera and all that he had to do just to get the team going to start the season. A couple of nice moves over Dovic, but he's playing 4-on-1. He was looking for a foul call there, a frustrating night for Barclay, but that's just good defense right now being played by the Knights. So as the season has gone on for SWAU and as Tristan Olvera has been able to make his imprint, you've started to see better results here. Again, they've been competitive in some big games against some big opponents, including scholarship teams. Aguirre plays it back, offside flag was up. So we're at minute 55, 4-0. Goal kick to come for Perez. Kirishima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina, the home of the NCCAA. One of these two teams trying to be a Cinderella story, maybe, get the Southwest region's automatic bid. This is such a tough region for men's soccer. Men's soccer, women's basketball, and I'd put volleyball in that category too, although they don't really have a lot of national contenders for volleyball. When you're talking about women's basketball and men's soccer specifically here in the Southwest region, and you're talking about Randall and you're talking about Manhattan Christian, there's some really good, talented teams in this region. So I'm really looking forward to, especially tomorrow. This one surprised me a little bit, and still a long way to go, but again, it's been a while since we've seen the Knights, and they have really improved since our last look at them. Another nice sliding challenge over on that far side. Mendoza wins the ball. They get it back to Mendoza. He tried to play it off his right foot. Now here's Aguirre. Opportunity to boot it. Plays the short game instead, and that's cleared out by Barclay. Caston on top of the box. Aguirre cross in, headed out. He'll try it again. Sends it forward. Castanon sends it into the back of the net. 57th minute, and it's 5-0 for the Knights. Gabriel Castanon scoring, the freshman, his first goal of the season. And the Knights making it difficult right now for Barclay. This would be one heck of a comeback. And again, bit of an upset here tonight. So just going back, remember the first home game that we had for the Knights all the way back in middle of September. You know, they took on a very good Paul Quinn team and lost it 2-0. And you'll remember the conversation that we had about the attack and how they just weren't quite sure. You know what I mean? You remember how the attack looked? Passes like that were not being made in the opening of this season. Some footwork there by Castaneda. Leaves it back for Gomez. Sends it into the box. They were looking again for Castanon, but instead played back. We'll reset here. Gomez. Here is Corrales back to Gomez. 2 goals for Brian Gomez today. First 2 of the year. And look at the ball movement here. I mean, this is pretty. Corrales had to go outside the box to go get that one, but just the passing alone here for the Knights is completely opposite of what we saw earlier. So, earlier, it was a 3-2 loss against Manhattan Christian. Some pressure there by Obradovich, I believe, and it's cleared out, and I believe we're going to stay on this side. It'll be a Bears throw. So a 1-goal loss to Manhattan, a 1-goal loss to Randall back in early October, about a month ago. The defense has not ever been a problem for the Knights. Got a yellow card came out, I believe, on Southwestern Adventist. Maybe Arabato over on that far side. I'm not quite sure. But this is an opportunity now, if you're the Bears, that you've got to capitalize on here from the circle, the half circle, I should say. Danilo Obradovic, the Serbian striker with 27 goals on the year. He's on the ball right now for the Bears. And this is a must-have for Barclay. So it'll be a 3-man wall. Vega to his right. Obradovic, too strong, goal kick. So it's my understanding that 5th goal was disallowed, likely an offside. So scratch Gabriel Castanon's first goal of the year off the books, but it is still 4-0 for Southwestern Adventist. Expecting really, really nice weather tomorrow. The jury's still out on what the championship game will look like on Friday, but Cueto. This is Ramirez. Mendoza. That pass off the mark. Throw for Barclay over on the far side. Winner of this game will play Randall. Barclay came in 14.1 shots per goal on goal per game. Correction, 14.1 shots per game, 9.3 of them on goal. That little flick was not badly done there by Gentry, who hasn't scored this year, a midfielder from Indiana and Greenwood. Freitas, after the ball was hit back, heads it into the back of the net, and that will be goal number 5. Or is it 6? Now the scoreboard there says 6. We've got 4 on ours. Let me see if we got the replay on that, because it was a misplay there by the defense that really led to that goal happening. We did not get the replay. That's the kind of night it's been. But Dario Freitas scores his first goal of the year. So our scoreboard says 4. Their scoreboard says 6. And I think they're going to fix that. So I had a goal for Castanon earlier in the half that was taken off, and it looks like that had been added back on, which would be his first. Then we saw Freitas' header. Aguirre trying to run it down, so it is 6-0. And we've got 28-15 left to go. Well, regardless of how things are going today, this is a great year for Brandon Palmer and a lot to build on with this 8 victories on the year. You don't go from 1-12 to 8-5-1 without some really good coaching. It helps when you have an All-American candidate like Obradovich on the attack for you. Dylan Perez, other than today, has fared much better this season in front of the net for Barclay. But it's the Knights' night. Running that down, Arabato is going to wisely send it away. This is a Knights team that had scored 2 goals at home in the previous 4 games. 5 games, excuse me. And they have piled on 6 here today. Brian Gomez has scored his first 2 of the season. Obradovich's, correction, that was not Obradovich. Can't quite see the jersey number. Parker, maybe? Either way, a goal kick to come. Vega, I don't believe, has had a clean sheet this year. There's been some tough losses and some close ones, but let me correct that. I believe if he was the keeper against Union College, they won that one 5-0, so that would be a clean sheet. It's going to be played off Barclay, so it'll be a throw over on the far side for the Knights. Looking for Aguirre over on the far side and unable to get to it in time. Mendoza, Cueto one-on-one, but the ball got away from him just a little bit. And that gave the defense time to react. '65th minute and a throw-in upcoming for the Knights over on the near side. Corner kick, evidently. Ramirez will take it. That's going to be headed out of bounds, so Ramirez is going to go over to the far side, and we will do the corner kick once again. And is that going to go out? Yeah, I think Ramirez is coming back to the near side. We're going to have our third consecutive corner kick. So we'll be with you all day tomorrow afternoon, 2 and 4. We have men's basketball for you Knights fans tomorrow night. All right, third time the charm. Collision with the keeper and check on Perez. He took a shot there. And his teammates are around him. So we're going to have an injury timeout here, folks, and we're going to step aside while they attend to the keeper. Back to live action. Chris Shima, glad to be with you for the entirety of this Southwest Region tournament. Knights fans, and I started talking about Tristan Olvera and the job and the progression with this men's team. I also want to give him a shout out. He's been coaching the women, and the ladies are the very first Southwestern Adventist team sport to reach a national tournament appearance. The ladies this weekend defeated Dallas Christian in the Southwest Region Championship game, and they will play in their very first national tournament. How cool is that? Tristan Olvera going to take at least one team down to Florida. This is a very interesting showing today by the men's team. Freitas with a nice ball. Cueto not going to be able to get there in time, though. So, congratulations to the ladies. Out of the three fall teams that we've seen, I always thought they were the better of the three. The women's soccer team last year reached the region championship, fell to Arlington. And this year they were able, it took penalty kicks. It was a thriller up the road in Dallas against the Crusaders. But the Knights, very first team in Southwestern Adventist history to reach a national tournament. Cross country has been there before. But as far as team sports go, this is the first one for the Knights. And I've done that tournament down there in Kissimmee, Florida, a long time ago. I know how much fun it is for the players. Anytime you can go to Florida, in December, of course, not a bad thing. But that's a history-making team here at Southwestern Adventist, and Tristan Olvera has really gotten the most out of that club. It's a small roster. He didn't have a lot of time to recruit. Didn't have any time to recruit. So a very big congratulations to the Lady Knights who are going to Florida. Might their male counterparts be joining them? It would be a long road. Have to get by Randall and then either Kansas or Manhattan Christian. They would earn their national championship appearance going through that. That's for sure. But they didn't play Kansas Christian this year. SWAU did play a tight 3-2 loss against Manhattan and a tight 1-0 loss against Randall earlier this year. Both of those games were at home. Things are a little bit different with those top teams come tournament time, but those games were competitive. Ooh, close to a trip there. Are they going to give the penalty? Player is down. It's Castanon. The officials are not buying it. Now they're going to blow play dead. So Castanon trying to sell that foul call. And he remains down right now. So another injury timeout, folks. We'll step aside once again. So that's what's going on tomorrow and Friday. Don't forget, you can follow what the other regions are doing as well on the NCCAA's website. Chris Sheeman with you tonight from the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina, the home, by the way, of the NCCAA. We're watching Southwestern Adventist and Barclay, the 6-5 matchup here in the opening round of the Southwest Region Men's Soccer Tournament, and it is all night. By the way, Southwestern Adventist has not scored this many goals at home since September of last year against these same Bears of Barclay. Of course, that was a different year for the Bears, just the 1-12 season. Barclay this year 8-5-1, but a poor performance by the Bears here tonight. Well, I thought we were going to get back to live action. We apparently are still in an injury timeout, so I'm going to step aside once again. All right, back to play. 73rd minute, I believe. Double check on that. 6-0 in favor of Southwestern Adventist as the Knights have taken it to the Bears. 6 goals, most at home since September of last year for the Knights. And they have tripled their previous total at home at 2 goals in 4 games. On the ball, Fuentes for Barclay. Splits 2 defenders. Barclay, Fuentes at center circle running out of room. And they get a foul called there on the Knights. Looking for Miranda on that free kick by Fuentes. Taken back again by the Knights. That's going to be deflected off the Bears, so it'll be a throw here quickly Cueto tries to take it. Corrales back to Cueto. Now Rodriguez. And the Knights are in no hurry. Remember, whoever wins this game, and it's looking very likely it'll be the Knights. You've got a quick turnaround. Obradovic looking for a whistle and gets it. Fuentes back to him. Obradovic, couple of nice moves, but he's literally playing 5-on-1 almost all the time. You can see the defense certainly eyeing on the top goal scorer in Division II. Cueto to Aguirre. Freitas leaves it far side. They look it back into the box, and it's cleared away by the defense for Barclay. So now we're in the 73rd minute. I was just a bit off with my prediction. As play stopped during that injury timeout, the whistle stopped us. Mendoza over on the far side. Gets it back off the back heel from Freitas. Cross in. Header is into the back of the net. And it's Aguirre. Martin Aguirre in the 74th minute. And we have a 7-0 game. Aguirre scores his first here in 2022. The party is on in Texas for these Knights. What a showing. Take another look at this beautiful ball delivered, by the way. Couldn't see it over on that far side. And need to run that replay back in full screen and see if I could see who's going to get the assist on that. Yeah, just can't see the number, folks, unfortunately. But that was a beautiful pass. Whoever it was. How about this showing for the Knights here today? A lot of times when you're a broadcaster at this level in particular, you have to go on stats because that's really all you have. And the statistics did not line up this way, I could tell you that. Great effort by the Knights. And if you're Barclay at this point, you know how it's going to go, and you're just looking at that clock, and those seconds seem to take double the time. That was another nice ball, just a little too far. Freitas and the defense finally able to send it away. Corrales. Cueto got it from Rodriguez. Sent it to the top of the box for Mendoza, but that pass was off the mark. 76th minute. Barclay trying to get the counter working. Marcius had it and lost it. Nice little run there by Corrales to get the counter going, and his pass blocked, but able to get back on the ball. Now he'll retreat as Mendoza has it inside center circle. Rodriguez far side of center circle. And that's going behind for a corner. Last time we saw Ramirez take it. Aguirre's going out there. So is Cueto. So we shall see. Still danger here. Mendoza can't get it. Deflected Dorame. Freitas. Top of the box. Freitas dribbles through 3 defenders into the box and finally runs out of real estate. And you can see just nothing happening with this Barclay attack here tonight. That shot fired just wide to the left there. Rodriguez, I believe, taking that shot. Juan Pablo Rodriguez, who came in with 5 goals on the season to lead the team. Had a goal in the opening half when we had our technical difficulties. So 7-0. There was an own goal there on a corner kick that was deflected into the back of the net by the Bears. Fuentes trying to make it happen himself. Taken away again by Corrales. Corrales, another nice job getting the counter going. Close to a handball there. Cleared out by the Bears. Here's Rodriguez, center circle. Mendoza flicks it in. Aguirre looking for his second. Aguirre flicks it. The keeper is well out, and I believe it's going to be Freitas this time. Freitas should get credit with that on a little tapper that goes into the back of the net. The keeper, Perez, was way out. If it is Freitas, that will be his second. Let's take another look at it on the instant replay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Dario definitely got a little touch on that. So it's 8-0. Freitas got 2. Gomez has 2. Castanon, Rodriguez, Aguirre. And an own goal. We would be hard-pressed to go back into the record books and find a more dominating performance than this from these Knights. I'm going to do my best since we still have some time left. But this is one of the better performances in regular season or postseason history for SWAU. I know last year the most goals was 5. In the shortened 2020 season, the Knights only won 1, and they scored 2 goals in that game. So we're going back even further into the record books. Right now, the Knights trying to kill some clock here. Get themselves, save some for tomorrow, boys. Gonna need at least 8 against Randall. So, going back to 2019, what a game this must have been against Arlington Baptist at home in 2019. Southwestern Adventist won that one 7-6. They also had a 6-1 victory against Barclay 4 days prior to that, 3 days prior to that on the 13th in 2019. So 7 goals back in 2019. This is still surpassing that, though, so I'm going to try to sneak back even further here. On the near side, that's Gentry. Barclay trying to get some momentum, if nothing else. They haven't been able to do anything on the attack. Yeah, just 2 goals in a game in 2018 for the Knights. See, those ESPN people, they have stat people that look all this stuff up while I sound interesting. I got to do both. And I know I'm not sounding interesting, but I am at least looking things up. That's going to be flicked ahead. Almost goal number 9 there for SWAU. There is nothing from 2017. And that's as far back as the records go. Yeah, folks, at least in the last 6 or 7 years, this is a team record right now for the Knights with 8 goals. So I've gone back into the records as far back as I can go. And you won't find a more dominating performance than what you see right now here tonight from these Knights. Nice low kick there over on the far side. Couldn't see the number, but nice play on it by Vega. Looks to preserve his clean sheet for tonight. No quit in Obradovic as he looks to apply some pressure here. Knights happy to play keep away right now with this 8-goal lead. Get ready for Randall tomorrow. Far side Rodriguez, Aguirre over there. Rodriguez again. Mendoza. Shot in by Cueto. Still an opportunity for the Knights. Left-footed shot. It's going to be deflected behind for another corner kick. 85th minute, inside 6 left to go. That was a nice little challenge there. Nice opportunity by Cueto, I believe it was. Coming up is Arabado. The one-on-one, that was deflected by Hernandez. And that comes right to Vega, who makes a play on it. Cueto to Corrales. So Barclay's season will wrap up at 8-6-1 here tonight. A couple of seniors, Clayton Gentry. I don't think we've seen Isaac Wright here tonight. But Gentry, Dylan Perez, the keeper, playing in their final games. Another sliding shot. This time it's short of the post for a goal kick with less than 4.5 to go. This last game might leave a sour taste in some of these seniors' mouths, but Dylan Perez, great season for him in front of the net for Barclay. Dylan Clark's played well on that back line this year, helping turn around this program that prior to this year had 2 victories since 2018. And no matter how things go tonight, the Bears will finish with their first winning season since 2016. And for a team that last made the national tournament in 2014, certainly some building blocks here. Obradovic, the top scorer in the country, is a freshman. Stankovic, who is second in assists with 10, is a freshman. Dallas Fuentes, 7 goals, 3 assists. He's a freshman. Josef Miranda, 3 goals, 3 assists this year. He's a freshman. There are a lot of players and a lot of production for Barclay that are going to be around a long time up there in Kansas to be a thorn in the side of the rest of the region. So they have some serious building blocks for the Bears. But it's all Knights here tonight. And they're going to have an opportunity to earn it tomorrow against Randall. Randall, by the way, is coming off a victory. They went down to Arkansas and met Pensacola Christian halfway. And how about this? What a great idea for a regular season matchup. The Saints playing Pensacola Christian down in Arkansas and beat them 2-1. That's the team that took them out. Those two teams form a nice rivalry in the national tournament just about every year. So Randall and Southwestern Adventist. Knights fans will have that one for you approximately 4 p.m. Remember, we'll have the game before that between Manhattan and Kansas, so that'll be at 2. And then the next game will start a little bit after that. .147 left to go. Knights back on the attack. Albeit not in any hurry. Knights are going to win their second game of the year, 2-9-1. There's Corrales on the near side. And Barclay seems content right now. You can tell in the body language. They're ready to warm up those buses and get the pizzas on there as quickly as possible, and let's get out of here. Far side, they're going to get there in time. Inside a minute to go here in the 90th minute. We've got 53 seconds to be exact, and the Knights on their way to meeting the top seed tomorrow afternoon, the Saints of Randall. David Hernandez, I believe, a whistle called. Going to be a free kick to the Bears as we wrap things up here tonight. Give you the scoring once again. Brian Gomez started this scoring party off in the opening 10 minutes with a goal. Juan Pablo Rodriguez scored his 6th goal of the year moments later. Then Gomez added his 2nd right after that. Quickly, it was 4-0 at the half on an own goal off a corner kick by the Knights. Dario Freitas, 2 goals. Brian Gomez added another. Castanon and Aguirre all adding goals, and it's 8-0. The final here today as the Knights advance here in the Southwest Region Tournament. They will take on the top seed tomorrow afternoon in the semifinals. So we'll start with the 3-2 matchup. It's Manhattan and Kansas at 2 p.m. Then SWAU taking on Randall at 4, and that should be a fun one. They both should be fun, so come on back for them. We're planning on bringing them to you starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Once again, your final, the Knights send Barclay home. Their season wraps 8-6-1. The Knights win their 2nd of the year in convincing fashion. 8-0. So for everybody in Keene, Texas, my name's Chris Sheeman here in South Carolina saying good night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow afternoon. Take care.